more than ever before, we have to be cautious. So I give a warning not only for use, but for me. And it's time to realize that Christ alone is our goodness. He is love that's living within our hearts if we have our love alive as a little child, moving as a verb. And so, in this time, all of us more than ever need to really beware, for there's always a continual danger of allowing ourselves to be carried away by inordinate zeal for virtue. And when we're missing the love behind that, it's one thing to desire holiness, righteousness, and morality, but it's another thing to desire that with love leading the way. And realize that if someone is subject to self love or any kind of conditional love, they have none at all if it's all strings attached. So they deceive themselves. And sometimes our vice disguises itself and hides under cloaks of pious zeal. People like Rand Beast, who's been a snake and viper here in my comment section, accusing me of being the most evil and wicked and vile man that's ever walked the earth because I'm preaching that Jesus is love. Go figure. Different strokes for different folks, but one thing is for sure: victims of stupid thinking are anxious to appear zealous for God, and they're sinners just like all of us. There's no difference between any of us. The random beast of the world accusing me of being evil, that guy's got evil too. Everybody, there is no good man, not even one. Romans 3:10. And so it's time to realize that we need to stand up for the good of our neighbor. But in reality, many of us are deceived and ensnared into having angry, embittered feelings due to our unloving motives. And so it's time to go to the root and look at our motives. On this account, patience is founded in other people's charity is necessary. We need to appreciate those around us. If we can't love those who we can see, we can never love a Lord that we cannot see. And so in this hour, more than ever, we got to get right back on the right track, and we need to stay on course. For the truth is that anyone loving our Most High's very best goodness, his good bears the loss of apparent honor and glory, and worries not about what others think if they will believe in the Lord's goodness. And all things do work together for good for those called according to love's purposes. Romans, what was it, 8:28. And so it's time to realize that we need to be someone who cares. Such is the repulsive plight of the unkempt, spiritually racist and biased and bigoted people that condemn everybody around because they are wallowing around in unloving uncleanness within their hearts. So it's time to get with a whole different program because it's that leads us towards a life of dead end. And if we let our love go out, then we would be a castaway and cast out into the outer darkness where there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. We bring judgment upon ourselves if we walk not with the spirit of love. But the word says, if we walk with the spirit of love, we are under no condemnation if it's moving as a little child. So get your Mickey and Minnie, and it's time to celebrate like never ever before. Love is coming.